Well, it's playoff time, and it's a big one this week for Killian and sheldrick redwine here. They got Columbus coming up with a chance to get to the state semifinals. 2 years ago, you guys lost to Columbus in the playoffs. I know you didn't play much in that game, but I imagine there's still probably a little bit of lingering disappointment.
Yeah, it's still a lingering disappointment. You know, we had a chance. They was up 22-0 at halftime. We came out slow, and then at halftime, you know, Coach Johnson, he's a great coach. He rallied us together. We started making a comeback, but you know, it wasn't good enough, and we fell short of our goal.
Your class has kind of been the centerpiece of this team. You, Jaquan, other guys on the defense and the offense. How bad can you taste, you know, playing for a championship? I know you've got another couple rounds to go through, but can you kind of start to sense what's out there for you guys? You
know, we can taste it real. It's close. You know, every senior on our team, we want it bad. You know, it's crazy. You know, the intensity that we've been bringing in practice, taking every practice serious. We take every game serious. It's you know, our intensity, it done turned up a lot since playoffs, and we really want this bad. We don't want to go out without having our state championship.
I imagine some of that intensity comes from your coach. He's a pretty, from what I can gather and see from him, he's a pretty intense guy. Can you put into words how much passion he brings?
No, he brings it's an unexplainable amount of passion. You know, he came to the school, he loved the school. He tells us every day how much he bleeds this school. You know, he wants every sport to excel in everything. He wants the best for the school.
All right, now when you speak of Killian, obviously. You guys are really known for your defense, and Coach Johnson's a defensive guy, and it's more than just you. It's more than just you and Jaquan. I mean, there's so many good players on this defense. Can you explain how much pride you guys take in being so nasty on that side of the ball? You
know, we take a lot of pride in it. We have players like, you know, Damian Horton, who he doesn't stop. You know, we have Andres Velasquez. He's always on every tackle. Our defense is more than just 11 guys playing with each other. It's a family-like atmosphere. You know, we hang out with each other after school, during school. It's more of a family. Like, we playing together. We have so much chemistry.
We're doing this outside, so I think we got people walking by. There we go. We got some guys dancing over in the corner. What's the name? What's the word on the back of your? Because on the back of your jersey, you don't have your names. You have kind of different adjectives or whatnot. What's the description on the back of your jersey?
On the back of my green jersey, I have believe, and on the back of my white jersey is dedication.
Okay. And what do those two things mean to you?
You know, I've dedicated myself, you know, from not playing really 9th and 10th grade, coming in 11th grade, I just put in as much work as I can, try to be the best that I can, you know, try to be the best player, and then believe, you know, I believe with this team, you know, we could do anything. I trust all my guys on offense and defense.
Yeah, well, speaking of belief, let's talk about belief as it relates to you and what your next move would be, which would be after, hopefully, for yourself, winning a state championship. You want to play at the next level, and I don't think that's going to be too hard considering where you are now. But let's take it back to like January, the off season after your junior year. You start to go to some of the tryouts, 7-on-7 tryouts and whatnot, and you go from nothing to close to 30 offers. I imagine your belief was tested at some point.
Yes, it was. You know, coming from January, I had 0 offers coming in. Then I was thinking like patiently waiting. You know, I didn't know if they were going to come. I seen everybody else around me getting them, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, I'm putting in work too. So like, I wasn't focused on those alone, but you know, I was hoping they were going to come in. I just prayed, and they started coming in crazy.
All right, so two questions as it relates to your first couple offers. Do you know who the very first offer was from? And then who was the offer from the school where you finally kind of knew, like, all right, I'm sort of gone from someone who's been off the radar to someone who's wanted?
My first offer was from Temple, probably around late January, and then when I got my 7th from West Virginia, you know, that hit me. Like, that was the most surprising one I got. I was getting smaller offers from, like, you know, schools like UAB or Bowling Green, but then when I got West Virginia, that really like, you know, I was really surprised when I got that one.
And I imagine your data usage on your phones changed a little bit too, right? With all these college coaches hitting you up, how has your world changed in terms of just talking to your friends to waking up every day with messages from different coaches?
You know, it's crazy. You know, my phone's been blowing up. You know, since then I haven't. You know, I mean, before then, you know, I wasn't really getting. You know, barely got. I used to have to send my film out to coaches, and then they wouldn't reply. And then after my junior season, when I started getting them, you know, they started talking to me. So the attention, I just been loving the attention. You know, it's just been a dream of mine since coming into high school.
All right, so what is it you think that changed? What did they see in you? What do you bring to whatever school you're going to play for next year? What do you think changed, and what do they like about you? What do the coaches tell you?
You know, I bring an intensity to a game, a never quit attitude, even when you get beat. You know, every DB get beat, but when I get beat, you know, I don't quit. I don't lollygag on the next play. You know, next play is on to the next play. I bring a aggressive style of play too. You know, I love to hit, tackle. I played, you know, D-line when I was a kid, and when I didn't start playing DB till 9th grade, so that D-line transitions, you know, to me being like, you know, I just love hit, tackle,
making plays on the ball.
Yeah,
all right, so let's get down to some of the nitty-gritty. You're close to 30 offers, something like that, 25 to 30 in that range. You got plenty to choose from.
Yeah.
You pared it down to 5. So which 5 are you looking at right now?
My 5 right now would be Arkansas, USF, Louisville, Texas, and Minnesota.
Now, you've taken the visit to Minnesota. How was that?
You know, it was a great visit. You know, I had fun. They showed me a lot of attention. I got to hang around with the players. That was a great experience. I went to the game. You know, it was cold. I've never been in cold like that, but, you know, it was a great experience. I couldn't wait to take my first official visit. You know, I loved it. I loved everything about it.
And do you have visits set up to those other 4 schools, and are those the other 4 schools you actually will be visiting?
Yes. I have a visit to USF January 16th, Louisville January 23rd, and Texas January 31st.
And then we're missing somebody.
Oh yeah, I haven't set up an official visit to Arkansas yet, but it'll be coming.
So how do you get from 25 to 5?
You know, I prayed about it. You know, my family, they sat down with me and talked about like which schools they thought could help contribute. Their decision wasn't 100% on it, but you know, it came into play. And then, you know, the schools who kept talking to me and kept showing interest in me, that's the schools who I kept. Because a lot of schools, you know, when people started committing, they started, you know, falling back. But then it was those schools, there's people committed to them now, but they still kept showing interest that they still want me.
And finally, sounds like you're going to be close to signing day guy. You're going to string this thing out, huh?
Yes, I am.
You can be able to handle all that comes with it?
Yeah, hopefully I'll be able to handle it.
All right. Well, between recruiting, just the time we've gotten to know you, and of course you got a big one on Friday with Columbus in the playoffs. Best of luck with everything, and I'm sure we'll hear from you again.
Yes, you will, soon.